stock up on supplies. It's time for the 10 best post-apocalyptic games to play in 2021. Goodbye, civilization. Hello, new world. The apocalypse and its aftermath can come in many forms, just like the games that explore the genre do. Zombies are a classic, of course. Nuclear wastelands are a hot destination. The overgrown city is always worth a visit. Whatever kind of future you'd like to explore, there's a post-apocalypse for you. Partly because there are just so many. So we thought we'd update your sci-fi bucket list with the best post-apocalyptic games to play this year. Before we venture into the radioactive wastes though, make sure you're subscribed to the Logitech G channel. It's always good to have some entertainment when you're waiting for the acid rain to go. Okay, grab your purified water. These are the best post-apocalyptic games to play in 2021.
You've put a lot of thought into this.
Sometimes a post-apocalyptic world can be kind of beautiful. That might be because Eastward's pixel art is breathtaking whether you're bashing gross slugs or exploring a rundown town. But it's also because this apocalypse is full of humanity. John and Sam's found family dynamic is endearing. You get to see how people have adapted to living in even the weirdest places. Not saying the sun would suck, but the kids in underground Pop Rock Isle get escapism through their favorite games. Relatable. Plus, one of the best bits of a post-apocalyptic adventure is seeing how the world we recognize has decayed, and Eastward does not disappoint. Shopping malls are hollowed out, rotting boats become houses. Eastward's world is built into the shell of ours. It means you're constantly on the lookout for what you can learn through what's stayed and what's lost. Plus, it's just so charming to observe. We've survived the ravaged wastelands of nuclear fallout in many post-apocalyptic games. Hey, we might even have enjoyed them. Which is good because we're heading straight back with the latest installment to the Underground series, Metro Exodus. However, Exodus bids farewell to the relatively safe underground metro and sends you up for some toxic air.
The only thing I can hear is that Geiger counter ticking.
The levels open up and somehow become even more oppressive. Deserts are not safe. Snow is not safe. Water is definitely not safe. Between watching your Geiger counter and facing off mutants, Exodus keeps the tension throughout. It's not all rabid beings though. Exodus has a story with heart. We get to see how humanity clings on even after world devastation. That hope and human perseverance are what makes survival worth it. And the fact that I can think of nothing worse than being eaten alive by a mutant thing.
Why, yes, and there's also those damn things.
There are many things we love about zombie shooters. The satisfying splatter of undead brains, getting to try out all sorts of creative ways to decapitate, but most of all, it's getting to face off with a massive horde. Zombies like to gather, and we like to mow them down in beautifully efficient ways. World War Z Aftermath has crowds, swarms, droves, and every other synonym for hordes of zombies lining up for the kill. Plus, you get to bring friends along with you to tag team the takedowns.
Together, we will turn the tide.
Friends who slay together, stay together. The gory fun also takes place across the world, from snowy Russia to the Vatican City. It's sightseeing and zombie killing all wrapped up into one package holiday. Perfect. Just don't expect any refunds if you don't like the activities.
Well, it appears my associate on the other side of this door is either passed out drunk or deceased.
We'll check it out.
Now this is an apocalypse. Horizon Zero Dawn is a broken world that is utterly breathtaking. Society as we know it is long gone, but what's grown in its place might be even better. Post-apocalyptic media is a chance to play with sci-fi ideas, and wild robot animals are aesthetically and thematically compelling. A juxtaposition that just works.
These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
Obviously, we don't want killer robots on the loose, but Aloy getting to ride a metal horse is undeniably cool. Horizon Zero Dawn's world is also steeped in lore, from discovering forgotten relics of the past to how society is run now to Aloy's thrilling history. Not one thing feels out of place. And that is the best part of a post-apocalyptic world, finding out how they got to where they are from where we are.
What happened to them?
Sometimes nothing beats a good old zombie apocalypse, a world we recognize, newly overrun by the undead, many brain-hungry creatures to kill, sneaking, fighting, and in Deacon St. John's case, riding a bike throughout the Oregon countryside.
Riding cross-country through dense forests or narrow trails through steep ravines will push you to your limit.
It's this fun detail that makes Days Gone worth the trip to another freaker-infested future. Shooting while riding your bike, getting to speed around off-road. It's the ideal way to get around in the apocalypse. Days Gone isn't rewriting the zombie narrative, other than calling them freakers, but that's what we want. The familiarity of the scrabbling horde. Post-apocalyptic games can be a chance to experience something new, but they don't have to be. Days Gone is a chance to put your zombie survival plans to the test across beautiful forests and fields. Oh, what a wonderful world. We didn't know our 2021 obsession would be a beaver building sim, but the apocalypse is a weird time. Humans are long gone, and as nature heals, beavers rise up as the new titans of industry. Buck-toothed and big-brained, your goal is to create a wooden empire, tearing down the rotting skyscrapers for metal and replacing everything with, well, wood. It's always wood. Timberborn is a self-proclaimed lumberpunk game, a perfect replacement for our frostpunk obsession. Instead of a snow-covered world though, you face droughts. So food needs to be stockpiled, the water protected. It means there's that brilliantly addictive survival element to your city building. All this, and it's only in early access. There'll be more timber on the way to sink your teeth into. Beavers are the future. Damn. Doom Eternal probably has the worst apocalypse on this list. Nothing but death and destruction as far as the bulbous eye can see. But sometimes not having to care about the world anymore is fun. You can suit up as the Doomslayer and blast your way through every evil thing you find. If the world's ended anyway, you may as well put on headphones for the headbanging soundtrack and go on a rampage. You could die at any second, everyone else has, so live in the moment. Throw yourself across ravines, get up close and personal with the demons, go wild. Doom is perfectly set up to make your end of the world kill fest an absolute delight. Every gun you can think of has been doubled in size and had a chain hook added, while the creatures all explode in satisfyingly chunky pieces. We don't want an apocalypse, but this sure is a lot more fun than laundry. Shooting zombies with friends? We prepared for this, namely over many hours in Left 4 Dead, and now we have the spiritual successor ready for more deadly fun in Back 4 Blood.
Pucker up, handsome.
New characters, new maps, new zombies even, but the same team-based action we know and love when it comes to hunting the undead. Rule 1 of the apocalypse is not to go it alone, shortly followed by trust no one, so pick wisely. Especially because your pals can turn on you and actually become the infected ridden and munch your brains. This is the kind of apocalypse we absolutely do not want to happen in real life, but we sure are having a lot of fun shooting zombies. Plus, there's no harm in training your aim. You'd want to be ready when this shows up.
Today keeps getting better and better.
A post-apocalypse doesn't need to be all zombies and gore though. In Death Stranding's case, it can be very weird. In this future, our world and the afterlife have intertwined. Things wander back from death, bringing deadly void-out explosions. Rain is now timeful, a phenomenon that rapidly ages anyone who comes into contact with it. So most of the world has, unsurprisingly, moved underground, leaving a brave few to face the outside and transport cargo.
We've had 5 mass extinctions, each caused by an extinction entity. And now it's time for number 6.
And at Sam Porter Bridges, you're one determined delivery man. No journey is too long. No hill is too steep. Actually, they are. You've got to be very careful with your cargo and your footing. Death Stranding shows off an almost mundane side of survival. Carefully walking across fields might not sound that appealing, but in a sea of beloved zombie shooters, it's a welcome breath of fresh air. So those are the best post-apocalyptic games to play right now. Let us know which games you've survived in the comments below. If you enjoyed, give this video a like and subscribe to the Logitech G channel for all the latest updates. If you do already subscribe, thank you. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss when another video lands.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Good.